Quit moving it. Quit moving it. That'll be fine. Are we live? Oh, okay. Good. Well, good morning from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the NGHL Columbus Day Tournament, where your Columbus Blue Jackets are going to face off against the Philadelphia Little Flyers. First game of a two-game set today for your Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets coming in to today's match with a loss yesterday against the Arizona Kachinas and then a win against Ironbound Elite. So 1-1 on the tournament. This afternoon at 3:05, the Jackets will face off against the Philly Junior Flyers. All time against the Little Flyers, the Jackets are 0-3. So looking to get back to winning ways, continue winning ways from yesterday, and hopefully grab their first win against the Little Flyers this morning. No changes in the lineups. Taylor, who went down late in the game against Ironbound yesterday, she's on the ice. She's ready to go. If you're tuning in, let us know how the feed is, please. It is cold in this rink. First game of the day in this rink. I think they had to give us the keys to get in. 15 minutes on the clock. We get both officials. Both teams are lined up. Crowded at their goal, and now the Jackets are going to come out. And we'll see what Coach Noss has in store for this first line. Now, this Flyers team is no joke, so the Jackets are really going to have to play their best. They got to come out strong. This Little Flyers is a good team. They have a lot of speed. They got a lot of skill. So Jackets need to stay out of the box. And hopefully they'll be in sync. Much like they were against Ironbound, and not so much like they were against the Arizona Kachinas. Molly Binsky will get the nod between the pipes this morning for the Jackets. Thanks for tuning in on a cold, chilly Sunday morning. And indeed, Taylor will be out there with Crick and Lemmerbrock. Davies and Hayden will be on the blue line as we get started. Big shout out to Beatrice Binsky. Glad you're with us. Thankfully the feed is good. Molly's between the pipes. And we're about ready to get hostilities underway. And we're off and running, and the Jackets are going to control the face-off with Hayden. Hayden will bounce it up the boards, but nobody's there, and she'll collect that puck again. Moving across the blue line, Hayden fires it in wide of the net. Chased down by the Jackets. Kept in by Davies. She'll kick it ahead to Taylor. Taylor's got Lemmerbrock, but it's behind of her. Be picked up by Crick now. Caroline Crick looking to go cross ice to Davies. It's broken up by the Flyers, and now Davies. Taylor will tip it in. No icing. Lemmerbrock now to the far side corner. Out come the Flyers. Not kept in by Hayden at the blue line. And we get our first face-off. Good morning, Beth. Thanks for tuning in from Findlay, Ohio. Glad to have you with us. And Mike Paulus. So that's good. We got at least 3 on board this morning. Day with Talibi. That puck will go in on net, and it scoots just wide. Miller will chase it in. Miller behind the net now. She's pinned against the boards, and away come the Flyers. Trying to get that to Jenna Day. And now Ava Buzik's going to have to race to get back as the Flyers break down the right-hand side. Buzik does well in the corner, but the Flyers are going to just chip it around backside of Molly Binsky. Now Travers looking to clear it out. That puck will scoot out into neutral ice where Talibi's there. Talibi battles off one, but the Flyers will control it. Cross ice now. Jenna Day can't break that pass up. And now it's behind the Flyers, but they're going to advance into the zone. Travers on the poke check. Now Hayden will chase it down on the far side corner. Tries to break up the wraparound. Now the Flyers looking to get something in behind the net, and that puck right out front, and Rumpke's going to control it. Rumpke now scoots it ahead, but it goes off the toe of her stick. We'll have an offside call. That got a little far ahead of Morgan there. We'll get a whistle. Be a center ice face-off after that offside call. Flyers are ahead of the play. Now Loftus, Rumpke, and Folk, the center dot with Flyers controlling this face-off. Still scoreless here early on. We've only played a couple minutes. And that puck should have been offside, but it was... Folk was late getting back, but they waved it off. No icing on this. And now Davies with the puck. Davies looking for Rumpke. Bounces it off the wall, but it's controlled by the Flyers. The Flyers now from the face-off circle. That puck comes in and steered wide by Binsky. Hayden will tie her man up in the boards. The Flyers come away with it. That puck slips out of the zone, and Peyton Folk now races through neutral ice. And now the Flyers with speed, left-hand side. And now Lemmerbrock on the right wing tries to chip it ahead. Davies now with it along the near side boards. Hayden collects the puck. Cross-ice pass for Taylor. She'll tip it on. No ice. Addie's going to race towards the puck, and Addie will get there first. Taylor now to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock to Crick. Crick, nobody's in the center. All forwards down below the goal line, and now here come the Flyers back the other way. Travers the only one back. Travers gets sidestepped by one. Flyers come in, and they score. Nice goal by the Flyers, and with all three forwards below the red line, we were caught short, and the Flyers draw first blood at 11:45, and the Jackets, too deep in the zone, couldn't cover back, and a nice play by the Flyers at the 11:45. Even strength goal. Flyers up 1-0. Good morning, Tasha. Thanks for tuning in. Crick and Taylor will be out there with Lemmerbrock still. Buzik and Travers on the blue line, and Travers just had that go between her skates, and Binsky couldn't make the save. And the Flyers now with a 1-0 advantage. Taylor just tips it into the zone. Kind of goes off the heel of her backhand. Controlled now by the Flyers. No real pressure by the Jackets. Errant pass now picked up by Crick. Lemmerbrock in behind the net, but she can't control that pass. Flyers look to break out. Taylor can't grab it, and Travers will chase back. This icing will be waved off. So we'll see what the Jackets can do here as they're down by one. Lots of hockey to play as Crick is going to ice that puck, not what she wanted to do, and we'll have a face-off to the right of Binsky with Miller, Talibi, and Day taking the ice, along with Hayden and Davies now is full change for the Jackets. 11:03 left in the first. 1-0 Little Flyers. Jackets control. Davies wraps it around far side for Talibi. She's squeezed off the play, and the Flyers put that puck in. Molly Binsky with the stick save. Now Davies behind the net. And that puck, Hahn for the Flyers, just could not jam it home, and Davies had a big part of that. Binsky with a good save there, close range. Dumped in by the Flyers. They look to reset with speed. Flyers now behind the net. Cycle back around top of the circle to the point. That puck comes in. Binsky blocked that down to Davies. Davies now looks for the outlet pass. Davies goes to Talibi. Talibi touches it up to Day. Day's got Miller. Miller on the right-hand side. Miller's going to look for that pass. Miller has it chipped go off the stick. And now the Flyers come back the other way. Buzik back on defense with Hayden, and Buzik is going to control that puck, but no, she isn't. Hayden had slipped and fell down. She finally gets up and is able to get the puck. Miller just chips it into the zone now. Now the Flyers, unimpeded. Binsky has to make the save, and again, the Jackets just not going to the puck. It's like we're watching it, waiting for somebody else to go for it. Now Miller's going to have to race down the right. She's got two, chips it ahead to Day. Day has to go off her stick, but she's going to chase it in behind the net now as the Jackets get a change in. Jay controlling it behind the net. She has a poke check, but she'll chase it down to the corner. She gets boarded, and we're going to get a checking call. And the Jackets are going to go on the power play as Day was just driven into the boards. And the Jackets are going to be on the power play for the first power play of the game. Goes to Columbus. Day looks to be all right at the 9:19 mark of the first. So the Jackets man advantage will begin with Loftus, Rumpke, and Folk. Looks like Buzik and Travers will stay out there. So minor penalty roughing to the Flyers. Jackets over on the man advantage all weekend, so they look to get something going here. Puck out to Travers. Travers fires it in, hits a skate, comes right back to her. Another shot in, hits another skate. 0 for 2 for Travers, and the Flyers just look to dump it in. It hits the referee. And the Flyers just walking in relatively unimpeded. Finally, Travers comes away with it. The Jackets with really no sense of urgency and just swiped ahead by Rumpke. Folk will chase it down. And the icing call is Folk just couldn't chase that empty puck into the corner. Come on, Blue, let's go. 8:45 left now in the first. 57 left on the power play for the Jackets. 1-0 Little Flyers, and this is an opportunity here for the Jackets to get something going on the power play, but Jackets finding it very difficult here as Folk is outpaced to the puck. Now Hayden with it now. Hayden on the breakaway. Nellie Hayden fires, and it goes just wide. The goalie had no idea. As a matter of fact, she just kind of ducked. And when Hayden brings that shot, few goalies can save it. Davies now with it. That puck will squirt out by Rumpke. Rumpke's going to have to chase it down. That puck is chipped out of the zone. 25 left now in the man advantage. Folk on the stick check, but the Flyers control it and Hayden with it now down the left-hand side. Now the goal scorer for the Flyers with the puck. Back the other way with Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock down the right-hand side. Lemmerbrock with speed. 5 left on the power play. Lemmerbrock now at the half-board. She'll button hook around looking for Taylor. It's beyond her. The penalty expires, and the Jackets are now 0 for 1 on the power play. Full strength for the Little Flyers. Travers cross ice for Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock right-hand side. Lemmerbrock throws it in. Goes off the toe of her stick. Echoes off the end boards. Careens in. Taylor misses close range. Crick was there causing trouble out front. And now Taylor behind the net as Lemmerbrock got pasted in the corner. No call. Crick will control it now. Crick from the high point, right to center ice. Travers fires it in. Glove save at the 7:17 mark. So Jackets over on that power play. Still 1-0 Flyers. 7:17 left in the first period. Crick, Taylor, and Lemmerbrock out there with Buzik and Travers. Flyers control behind the net. Chipping around to the near side boards. Buzik pinches in. Net's off the moorings. We'll get a whistle. Looks like the Flyers player went into their own net, and the net is off, and we get the whistle at 7:10. So reset and do the face-off from the other circle. Not quite sure what they're doing with the net. All right, we're back to play. Out to Travers. Travers has to go off a skate, and here come the Flyers the other way. Poke check by Travers. Crick will pick it up. Hands it off to Taylor. Taylor down the left-hand side. Taylor stick checks one. Maintains the puck at the circles, and that puck is finally lifted out by the Flyers. Broken up by Travers. Travers now onside. And Buzik will have to race back and get it. Ava Buzik behind her own net. Off to Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock pins her against the boards. Travers with it now, and she'll just dump it into neutral ice. Flyers now throw it into the end boards behind Binsky, where Buzik is there. Buzik can't play it on the backhand, and now the Flyers in the zone, and the Jackets just kind of standing around. Here we go, breaking out with Crick. Crick now is behind Lemmerbrock and ahead of Taylor. Lemmerbrock gets it off the boards, and now the Flyers looking to come back the other way. Crick just dumps it in, no icing. Miller, Day, and Talibi now on the line change. Miller comes in on the poke check. Good work by her along the half boards. Miller on the breakout. That puck is going to go in. Jenna Day with it. Far side boards. Goes around one. Miller now behind the net. Miller out front looking for Talibi, but puck will be broken up by Davies. Davies down to Miller. Miller fires. Oh, and it was high, and that was labeled top shelf. Great save by the goalie as Miller just pulled that trigger from close range. Blocker save. 5:36 left in the first. Still 1-0 Flyers. Little Flyers. Miller controls it back to Davies. Handcuffed her. Hayden back. Stick checks it away. Now the Flyers come in, and big save by Molly Binsky. Davies with the puck now. She fights off her check out to Miller. Miller tips it ahead. Miller on the right-hand side. She's in a foot race with one. Miller chips it around to Loftus, who comes on out front for Hayden, but Hayden is beaten to the puck, and now Davies is going to have to race back for it. Davies, good body position there as she gains control of the puck. She gets taken out, and we're going to get a tripping call. Davies got tripped, blew a tire, went into the boards hard. She's up and okay. Jacket's going to go back on the power play.
Let's go, White. Use it.
So with 5 minutes left here in the first, the Jackets man advantage again with 1:30. Score is still Little Flyers 1, Blue Jackets 0. Flyers going to control it behind the net. Folk does a good job cutting it off. Rumpke now behind the net. She goes to backhand it to Folk. Folk looking for somebody out front, and that pass never makes it. Now Folk again. Folk backhands it out. Travers cross ice. Rumpke behind the net needs... There's a little battle going on there with Morgan. She needs to get back on side. She's getting tied up by the Flyers. And she's going to be offside as those two came together behind the net and continued to clash. So the Jackets on the power play, and obviously an area they need to work on because they just can't seem to get anything set up. Cross ice for Lemmerbrock from Taylor. Lemmerbrock down the right-hand side. Lemmerbrock looks for the toe drag. It goes off her stick. Now behind the net, the Jackets having a hard time controlling it. It'll slip out of the zone with 43 left in the man advantage. Flyers gifting 2 power plays to the Jackets, and we're not able to get set up in the zone. 33 left on the man advantage, and the Jackets are having to play defense against the Flyers. And we're going to get a penalty on Travers as she boarded her player against the half boards. We're going to get an interference call, which I'm not quite sure how that was because she had the puck. So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 22 seconds as the Flyers will then get an abbreviated power play. There's a lot of open ice out there with 3:52 left here in the first. Shots on goal are 8-5 in favor of the Little Flyers. Out to the point now. That puck will go in. It's down in front, and Binsky's able to make the save. That puck is going to be cleared out. Caroline Crick will give chase. 4-on-4 for another 5 seconds. Now back the other way come the Flyers, and the Flyers kill off that man advantage, and now it's a power play to the little Flyers. Jackets will be shorthanded for the next minute and 2 seconds. Davies now down the left-hand side. She's got a little bit of space. She'll button hook at the red line. Davies looking for a pass. Nobody's there. She's just kind of wasting time. Now the Flyers advance into the zone. She gets wiped out. Caroline Crick is in there digging for the puck. It's under the player. Taylor's there as well. Finally, that puck comes back to Davies. 25 seconds now. That puck is going to be out to Taylor, and that puck is going to go the length of the ice. Taylor couldn't grab it. She would have been away on the breakaway, and she just couldn't get that bouncing puck. Right idea by Davies. 19 seconds left in the Jackets' penalty kill. Face off to the left of Binsky. Miller will go in for the draw. Miller's going to win it. It's tied up at her feet, and that out front, and Binsky's able to get it as the Flyers are looking to go back door. 10 seconds now as that face-off will go to the right of Binsky. Miller will take the draw again. Flyers control, top of the point. That puck comes in. Nice work by Hayden to clear that away from her goalie, and that puck will go just wide. Miller now is going to get on her horse, and she's got down the right-hand side. Miller's just going to advance it, and the Jackets kill off the power play. That puck is dumped in by Miller, and Jackets now back to full strength. Talibi cuts it off. Jay gets speared, no call, and this will be an icing. As Jenna Day just took a stick to the stomach, inadvertent or not. Could have been a spearing penalty. 2:05 left in the first. The Jackets still trail 1-0 against the Philadelphia Little Flyers in today's first matchup. Dave will now skate in for the face-off. She's tied up, and the Flyers come away with it. Be chipped around Travers, and now Buzik's going to have to give chase. Players in the middle, and that puck goes behind the net. Out front, and they were looking for that person coming in through the center, and now Miller with it. Miller finds the puck on her stick again. She'll go to the left-hand side with speed. She's got a 3-on-2. Miller now fans on the pass attempt, but she'll collect it. Good work by her. Good tenacity out front. Miller now behind the net. Miller looking for the pass. Miller goes out front. She fires it for Talibi. It went off a stick and high in front of Talibi. She couldn't grab it, and away come the Flyers. That puck will be sent the length of the ice. How is that not icing? I'm not quite sure. Didn't hit anybody. Travers now looking for Talibi. Talibi has it go behind her, and the Flyers get a free shot right on net. Binsky's equal to the task. That goes under Talibi's stick, and now we're going to get a nice. Now he's going to wave that one off too. So apparently with 1:03 left, icings are no longer a thing. Flyers race down the left-hand side. Hayden will poke check it away. Out front, nobody's home for the Flyers, but the winger's streaking down. That puck goes off Binsky's skate. Good save, and now Morgan Rumke with it. Rumke looking for Falk. It's too far ahead of her, and this puck's going to go for icing. Right idea, but just way too much juice on that one. 41.3 left in the first. Jackets trail by a goal. Good work by Rumke. Just a little too far ahead of Falk, who raced after it, but just didn't have the legs to skate down that puck. Puck is scooped out by Rumke to the point. That puck will come in. Easy catch. Glove save by Binsky. Quick whistle with 36.5 left in the first. Thanks for joining us on a very chilly fall day. Super cold rink. My fingers are frozen. Tipped out of the zone, and now Falk has it on her forehand. Falk along the half boards finds Loftus. Loftus fires it. It's stick to side with 22 left in the period, and now the Flyers control it. Left-hand side. Kept in by Davies. Davies does good work, but it's finally chipped out. We're going to get an offside as Falk is behind the play. Head of the play. 14.5 left in the period. Davies Now Loftus. Loftus back to Hayden. Hayden has it poke checked away. Hayden banks it around looking for Davies. Buzzer goes at the end of one. It's the Little Flyers 1. The Jackets 0. Even strength goal comes at the 11:45 mark of the first period, where the Jackets had three of their. The whole offensive line was below the goal line, and that left 3 Flyers free. Travers was the only one back, and the Flyers did well to put it between her skates, collect her own puck, and then notch it home against Binsky. Not much we could do there, but the Jackets had their opportunities. There's definitely goals in this team, so hopefully the second period we'll see the Jackets get on the scoreboard. Later on today, the Jackets will take on the Philly Junior Flyers at 3:05 Eastern, and we'll be here to bring you all the action from the Pittsburgh Ice Arena. Hope you'll join us as well. Jackets were on the power play twice, couldn't convert, and the Little Flyers on an abbreviated power play once, and they couldn't convert either, so both teams over on the man advantage. The Jackets in their familiar blue uniforms will be skating from right to left here in the second period. The Little Flyers in their white, black, and orange be skating from left to right. Looks like we'll get Crick, Taylor, Lemmerbrock, Travers, and Buzik out there. Molly Binsky still between the pipes for the Jackets. 15 minutes on the clock. Both teams are ready to go. Referees are ready to go. Scorekeepers are ready to go. We're ready to go. And now here we go. Jackets Flyers. Period 2 is underway. Controlled now by Lemmerbrock off the face-off right-hand side. She just shovels it in. It goes off the stick. She'll race in hard behind the boards. Out front, Taylor now behind the net to Lemmerbrock, and it'll be covered up as it went off Lemmerbrock's skate and right into the glove of the Flyers netminder. Face-off now with Crick. Crick wins it back out to Travers. Travers fires in, but it goes off the shin pad, and Taylor chases down with the half-board. Fires it in near side. Lemmerbrock, she's got some oomph to her this morning. Now the Flyers look to break out, but good work by Caroline Crick on the back check, and she'll just dump it in. Flyers now look to break out. That puck goes off Travers' stick. No icing on that, as she had touched it in the neutral ice area. And close range shot. Binsky's equal to that task. And now Lemmerbrock on the poke check, and here we go back the other way. Taylor's in the center. Taylor now from Lemmerbrock. Taylor fires, and it goes right into the pad, but the goalie gives up the rebound, and now Crick with it. Good opportunity by the Jackets, arguably their best of the game. And now Travers with it. Travers leaves it for Crick. Crick now fires in. That goes off a stick. Never made it on net. Crick with it out front looking for Miller. Talibi fires it in. Yeah! Talibi gets it on the one-timer from the face-off circle from Caroline Crick, and the Jackets are on the scoreboard. That's her second goal of the weekend. Comes at the 13:41 mark, and that would have been Talibi from Crick here in the second period. Jackets on the board. Good work by the Jackets, and that all started with Lemmerbrock's poke check up, feeding it to Taylor. And that was a direct result of that, as the Jackets were able to maintain zone time and capitalize. Now Day down the left-hand side. The Jackets are sniffing for more. Talibi now with it. That goes off of her skate, and it'll scoot out. Davies is going to have to race after it. Binsky will come out and play it on the backhand, but it's not far enough out. And Binsky, had to race to get back. The backhand, she didn't get a whole lot of wood on it. Now Davies battling in the far side corner. She goes rink side for Miller. Goes beyond Miller. She had to turn around. She was not expecting that. Now Day with it. Day to Miller. Talibi's offside. Great effort by the Jackets as they just tried to keep the pressure on the Little Flyers, and the faceoff would be in front of the Jackets bench now. 1-1 your score. Talibi with her second of the tournament. Evens things up. Good work by Loftus on the poke check. And she's going to battle with it. Now Rumpke, turn around, fire. That puck went off a skate and wide. Jackets now with a little bit of pressure. Travers kicks it and keeps it in. Loftus on the poke check again. Good work by CL. Now Travers, she advances that puck over the line, and we had 3 offside for the Jackets. We'll get a stoppage of play with 12:39 left in the second. And they're going to call Loftus on a minor penalty. So the Jackets are going to be shorthanded for the first time here in the second. Didn't see the penalty. Sounds like it was a hooking call on Loftus, and that was behind the play, and we didn't see it, or we missed it. And now the Flyers on their second power play, looking around out front. Jackets were caught watching, and this has been one of the things the Jackets have done is they just kind of like watch the puck and think somebody else is going to go to it. It's like they're waiting for something to happen to react instead of pressuring it. And now Folk pressures it. She'll streak down the left-hand side. The Flyers come back with it the other way. Flyers have a 1-on-3. Binsky with the big save out front. Binsky's able to cover up. There was a Flyer on the back door. Taylor cleaning house. Binsky with a huge save. Taylor Lemmerbrock. Looks like Davies and Hayden out there with 48 left in the Philadelphia power play. Controlled by the Jackets. Good face-off there by Lemmerbrock. Davies behind the net. Davies is pinned in the boards, and she needs some help. She's got 2 on her, and finally the Flyers come away with it. They'll go out to the half boards, cycle it back in down low. Hayden now goes in to the boards. It's controlled by the Flyers. 25 left in the man advantage, and now Hayden can't control it. Behind the net now Davies. Davies the far side corner. She gets it on her forehand, and she's just going to tie it up. Nice work by Davies. Davies eludes one. She button hooks to elude the same one. And now 10 seconds left. Good work killing this penalty off by Davies. And Reagan Davies just popped that out. It hits Taylor. Taylor's going to flick it ahead. Taylor down the left-hand side now with 2 seconds left. The penalty expires. The Jackets back to even strength. The Flyers now control it. Nice stick check by Lemmerbrock. Flyers are offside, and that puck went high into Molly Binsky's glove, but not before the offside call was whistled. 11:01 left in the second. We're knotted up at ones here between the Philadelphia Little Flyers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Crick, Taylor, Lemmerbrock out there with Travers and Buzik. Controlled now by Travers. Travers on the right-hand side with space. Up ahead to Lemmerbrock. She'll take it out wide and dump it in. Taylor's behind the play, so Crick will now forecheck it. That puck goes off Taylor's stick. Travers now backhands it in, but Taylor and Crick were both ahead of the play. We'll get a whistle for offside. The 10:43 mark of the second period. Flyers come away with that puck. Go east-west, and now the Flyers with some space down the left-hand side. Drop pass. Binsky was reading that. Now the Flyers looking to cycle it, but Travers is there to break it up. Travers with the puck now. She goes cross ice looking for Lemmerbrock. It hits off of her skate. This should not be an icing call. Well, I'm not quite sure why that was, because that puck was tipped as it went into the zone. So face-off will come back to the Jackets' end. Day out there with Talibi and Miller. Davies and Hayden. Puck controlled by the Jackets. Hayden with it now. She loops around behind her own net to Davies. Davies now out to Miller. Miller tips it ahead, but it's broken up by the skates of a Flyer, and the Flyers come right back in. Davies will chip it around, or Hayden will chase along the half boards. That puck is not cleared out. Davies will finally get it. Davies now to Hayden. Hayden along the left-hand side. Miller's wide right. Hayden's just going to come with speed through the zone. Look out, here it comes. Puck comes in, takes a deflection. The goalie had already committed, and that would have been an easy goal if it tip would have been right in. Now the Flyers look to break out. Davies went down hard. Flyers out front. Flyers go down. Ice is slippery this morning. Hayden tries to backhand along the half boards, but Davies now with the puck. Davies gets clobbered, no call. So a little bit of physicality there. Big save off a big shot. Davies to Day. Day now up to Miller. Miller on the right-hand side. Miller's just going to backhand it into the zone, go for the change. Day on the forecheck. Day, good work as she'll collect that puck. Day's pins against the board. And that puck will squirt out. They're going to call it tipping no ice, so Molly Binsky plays it with 8:28 left, and Buzik was not anticipating that pass. Now Rumpke on the backhand. Rumpke now has it poke checked off, and Flyers come back the other way. Still 1-1, Flyers and Jackets. Binsky with a big save there. Now Folk gets the puck on her stick, and she'll go down the left-hand side. Got Rumpke and Loftus with her, so Folk now fires that in, and it's going to be gloved down. We'll get an offensive zone face-off. Good work by Folk down the left-hand side, and she's seeing some puck today. 7:56 left here in the second. We're still knotted up at ones. Face-off easily controlled by the Flyers. They chip it out of the zone. Travers has it banked off the wall by her, and the Flyers now in behind the net. Travers with the puck. Travers is double team there. Loftus comes in to help. Finally, Travers with the puck. Out to Folk. Folk now with the puck. She's got Rumpke in the middle. She'll go on the left-hand side. Folk now stick handles around one, stick handles around two. She backhands it in. She gets tripped up, no call. Loftus can't get it. Rumpke fires, and that puck. Quick shot by Rumpke from the top of the circle. Glove down by the Flyers. 7:15 left in the first. Taylor, Lemmerbrock, and Crick back out for the Jackets. It is super cold in here. Hayden fires it in. It goes off a stick. Lemmerbrock will chase it down to the corner. Out front, and Taylor couldn't get it as that puck was sticked aside. Now in behind the net by Hayden. Lemmerbrock looking for Taylor behind the net. Taylor chases it down. Taylor will put her head up looking for Hayden. Hayden fires it in. That puck will echo around all the way to the far side in front of the Jackets bench. Good work by Davies now, and that puck will go offside as Lemmerbrock was just racing to get back. Face off in front of the Jackets bench. Flyers get a partial line change in. Cindy Lambert's watching. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying today's broadcast. Davies now with it. She'll go high to Taylor. Taylor will have to chase it down on the forecheck, the near side corner. Cut off by Crick. Good work. Crick now with the puck. She'll go behind the net. She's pestered by one. There's a hooking call. Not quite sure how that hook, and they're going to call it finally, yeah. Jackets will go back to the power play now as Crick was all kinds of hooked. Jackets will be on the power play, and that will come at the 6:23 mark of the second. Jackets for the man advantage for the third time. Crick, Lemmerbrock, and Taylor, along with Hayden and Davies out there. There's no crying in hockey. Jackets will control it. Actually, Lemmerbrock with it out front. Taylor with the shot. Goal! And it took 5 seconds. Power play goal. power play goal. That was Taylor from Lemmerbrock, and Davies at the 6:17 mark. Again, Taylor from Lemmerbrock and Davies. Power play goal, and the Jackets now up by 1. Power play, first power play goal of the game and first power play goal of the series for the Jackets. And straight back out with Talibi, Miller, and Day. The Jackets have their first lead of the game. Miller now will chase it down at the half boards. She's pressured against the wall. Buzik with it. Miller goes in hard. And now from the slot, the Jackets couldn't find that puck. Buzik will pressure behind the net. Good work by Day. Miller has that puck stick check hit with a high stick, but not called because Flyers got it out front, and that puck went off the net, and here come the Flyers. Another shot by the Flyers, and the Jackets are pinned in a little bit here. Buzik up to Miller. Miller kicks it ahead to Talibi. Now through neutral ice comes Talibi. Talibi's got a 1-on-2 across the blue line. Talibi fires. High shot. Great shot by Talibi. Good work by the Jackets to finally clear out their zone. And they go down the ice. Talibi with a high shot is gloved by the Flyers. Jackets up 2-1 on that power play goal by Addie Taylor. Day in for the draw. Miller at the top of the circle. Day can't control it. Talibi comes in, fires. It goes off a stick wide. Miller on the forecheck. Good poke check by her. Davies cuts it off along the wall. Davies now gets tripped up. Talibi. And we're going to have another penalty on a tripping call. Jackets going to go right back on the power play. They're 1 for 3 today. It took 5 seconds to score the last time, and the Jackets are back to the man advantage. Jackets now with the puck. That puck takes a deflection and puts a hole in the arena from a Hayden shot. It's good! 3 points. Big smiles. went off a stick. That wasn't her fault, Kevin. It went off a stick. Poor stick. Day will remain in there for the draw. Miller just lurking in the background looking for that shot. Hayden falls. Is able to cut the puck off. Miller now with it. Miller fires it in. That puck had eyes, and Talibi on the tip in front. Good work by the Jackets there. Still a minute 15 left on the Jackets' power play. 4:58 left in the second. 2-1 Jackets. As the puck is tied up, and finally Folk comes in on the backhand. She'll go hard into the boards there, and now the Flyers with the puck. Rumpke tries to break it up. Davies now behind the net as Davies with the head of speed. She gets tripped up again. That should have been another penalty. I don't know how that wasn't. Out front now. And Davies with the puck again. Jackets could have easily been on the power play again. Should have been 5-on-3, and now Loftus is going to have to race back to get it. She's in a foot race. 41 left in the power play for the Jackets, and Loftus with speed. Puck is against the boards, and away with it comes Reagan Davies. Davies now high up and out. Hayden can't control it, and Loftus picks it up with 23 left in the man advantage for the Jackets. 2-1 your score. Columbus over the Little Flyers. Now Hayden will race to the near side board. She'll get it on her backhand. 10 left in the power play for the Jackets. Out front looking for Rumpke. Rumpke can't get it. And now the Flyers dump at the length of the ice with 1 second left. 3:43 left in the period. 1 second left in the man advantage to the Jackets. Face off. Be on the right-hand side. Crick, Taylor, and Lemmerbrock out there with Travers and Buzik. The Flyers right out front. Lemmerbrock with it. The penalty expires. Travers with it. Travers fires. Oh, and that was in front by Crick. She couldn't drive it home. Taylor now from close range down to Limmerbrock. Limmerbrock on the rich wraparound, and she couldn't grab it. And now Crick, good pressure by the Jackets. Crick, Taylor's out front. Taylor fires. Oh, what a save by the goalie as the Jackets were all over the Flyers. Spectacular save as the goalie, 5-hole. I don't know how that didn't go in, but Crick, Limmerbrock, and Taylor were just buzzing around that net. Hello, Susie Talibi from Urbana, Ohio. Kevin's watching. Kevin's right beside me. Oh, he's not logged in, yeah. Limmerbrock now the far side with 3:13 left in the second. The Jackets looking to keep the pressure on here. Travers will collect it. 3 minutes now left in the second. Stretch pass out to Limmerbrock. It's picked off. We're going to have an offside as Flyers player was down inside the blue line, and she's checking her skate out to make sure that something's not broken. Flyers now with the puck. Buzik, that was an easy call. Flyers are going to see their second power play of the game. Third power play of the game, second of the second period, is Ava Buzik is going to go off for a minor penalty for tripping. That was a trip, Kurt. I'm not going to say it out loud because I'm not getting tossed. I'm going to say it was a Kurt. So Jackets have a minute 30 to kill here. And now Jenna Day is going to escape out with the puck. Jenna Day has got Miller. Miller on the left-hand side. Day is brought down. I am not sure how that was not called a penalty. Miller behind the net. Miller's just on the forecheck here. Miller out looking for Davies. Davies gets it. Davies now. Jackets are on the PK, and Davies controlling the puck. Oh, and that puck goes in just wide. Miller tries to bank it off the goalie, and that puck is going to be sent the length of the ice. Binsky has to put the paddle down because that was on net. And now Hayden with it. Hayden tripped up, and we're going to get a penalty again. There you go. Now the Jackets, Binsky comes out of the net, controlled by Davies. Davies now has that poke checked away, and the Jackets go back on the man advantage. We are going to skate even strength for 48 seconds, and then the Jackets will have an abbreviated power play themselves. So good work by the Jackets there, causing all sorts of trouble for the Philadelphia Little Flyers, as Miller and Day, along with Davies and Hayden, were just pestering the Flyers. So good work here by the penalty-killing unit. Now the Flyers control it. They'll break out. The Flyers down the left-hand side. Davies calculating. Davies goes in hard. Both players go to the ice. Now Davies picks it up. Davies and Miller now. Davies down the right-hand side. Miller will go back into the center. Loops back around. Davies tried to find Miller. It's behind her. She tried to grab it with her hand, but she couldn't. That puck goes in, and it went wide. And Jenna Day on the poke check, and that goalie didn't know where it was at. 14 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and then the Jackets will have an abbreviated power play. Good work by Hayden. She'll bleed this time off. Miller now the far left-hand side, and Miller's just going to take it into the zone. Miller now, as that penalty expires, Jackets on the power play, fires it in, blocker to side. Hayden on the backhand, couldn't drive it home. Out front now, and that'll hit the side of the net. Now it's behind the net. High up and out, but only to Travers. Travers to Crick. Crick fires it, and that'll be stick to side. 25 seconds left in the man advantage for the Jacket. A minute left in the period. 2-1 Jackets over the Flyers. Spirited game here on a Sunday. Nice block by Taylor. Limmerbrock's got it. Limmerbrock fires. Oh, what a save. And Limmerbrock tried to disguise that going high, and she tried to go 5-hole. Great work by Avery Limmerbrock. 50.8 left in the period. Jackets with 13 seconds on the power play. Crick, Taylor, and Limmerbrock out there with Travers and Davies, and this line has been clicking today. Taylor's centering pass is broken up by the Flyers, and they go back the other way. Jackets unable to convert now as we're back to even strength. Davies now behind the net. Lemmerbrock's racing. Taylor now left-hand side. Taylor across ice. Lemmerbrock will pick that up out of midair. Davies now trying to hold it in. That puck will trickle across the line. And with 20.9 left, Davies and a Flyer kind of came together, and she is down. So we're going to turn away from that as the players take their knee. She's up. That one hurt. She's going to be okay. She slams her stick and throws it on the ground. In typical Philadelphia fashion. 20.9 left here in the second. Jackets up by a goal. A tailored power play goal. The difference right now. Travers with it over to Davies. Davies threads it to Crick. It's just ahead of her, and we're going to go for an icing here. No, we're not. They're going to wave it off. Taylor now 5 seconds left behind the net. That's going to do it. At the end of 2, it's going to be the Jackets 2 and the Flyers 1. Power play goal, the only difference. Jackets get 2 in the second. Even strength. Talibi from Davies. And then on the power play at the 6:17, it was Davies feeding Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock gets the shot on net, and Taylor is there to just backhand it home. And that's the difference in this game. Again, the Jackets will be in action later on this afternoon at 3:05 as they face off against the Philly Junior Flyers. Hope you will join us. There's no crying in hockey. It is super cold in here. I mean, it's a meat locker. All right, so the Jackets have now made up the difference on shots on goal as they're out shooting the Little Flyers 23-20. Jackets coming into today's matchup 32nd ranking. The Little Flyers coming in at 20th. So fairly close between these two. And it's been a good game. Looks like Rumpke, Loftus, and Folk will get the nod to start the third, along with Buzik and Gracie Travers. Vinsky remains between the pipes for the Jackets. And again, it's girls hockey weekend, so make sure that all your posts on social media have the tags of hashtag girls hockey and the @ symbol with USA Hockey, and hopefully the Jackets will get featured. Buzik now has to chase that into the corner. It'll be controlled by the Flyers. And the Jackets just kind of looking. That puck went right in front of Molly Binsky, and she just flashed the glove up and got it. And the Jackets... Behind the play, Rumpke is tripped on purpose, no call. And so now the Little Flyers looking to turn a little dirty, and Binsky covers it up. And 28 for the Flyers. She's a bit chippy. I know, it's a good game, and the Flyers are now trying to get dirty. Folk with it now. Folk looking for Rumpke. It's behind her. Rumpke will chase it down to the near side boards. Davies with it. Davies ahead to Folk. Folk was offside as she tried to get that puck. Good work, but the Jackets were just a little ahead of that play. Miller, Day, and Talibi out there with Davies and Hayden. Offside. There's that puck back and forth there. Day in for the draw. Controlled by the Jackets. Davies now looks to break out. Davies just fires it into neutral ice. And the mojo has kind of gone out of the building after that's an offside call again. The mojo, that second period, stopped the mojo a little bit. The last thing the Jackets wanted was that whistle to go. The buzzer to end the second because they were grinding hard. A lot of whistles here early. Davies with it, and she's just going to race into neutral ice with it. Miller with the backhander. Flyers and Davies together at the near side boards. Miller with the puck, and she's just looking for an outlet pass. She'll go to Hayden. Hayden now cross to Davies. Davies off the deflection. Davies from the high slot. And never got the shot off as the Flyers cover up to get the whistle. 13:27 left in the third. Jackets up by 1, courtesy of an Addison Taylor power play goal. Day now for the faceoff, controlled by the Flyers. Now the Flyers up the left-hand side. Hayden's going to race into the boards. Out front. Davies now looking for that breakout pass to Talibi. Talibi's got on the left-hand side. She tries to hit Miller, but she's poke-checked away, and we're going to get an offside as Miller was ahead of the play. 13:01 left here in the third. And the Jackets are going to change things up. Be the Crick line out there for the Jackets. Controlled by the Jackets, and now Lemmerbrock with it, and she just dumps it into the zone. Lemmerbrock with a great solo effort between two players. Forced a big save by the Flyers goalie, and Lemmerbrock just trying to take things over here.
Put that baby to bed.
Controlled by the Flyers now, behind the net. Pressure now by Crick. Nice back check by Lemmerbrock. And now Buzik's going to have to chase it down. Buzik along the near side boards. That puck squirts out. Now the Flyers have a free shot. Binsky's equal to the task. .28 left in the third. Crick line will stay out there. Controlled by the Flyers, but Lemmerbrock picks that up. And now Taylor with it. Taylor will leave it for Buzik. Buzik bounces it to Taylor. It's just ahead of her. We're going to get an icing call. As looked like that may have been tipped, but right idea by Buzik trying to feed Taylor, and we'll get another stoppage. This third period's got a lot of whistles so far. Can't get really anything going if the whistles keep blowing. Jackets can't control that faceoff. Philly comes away with it. Poke checked away. The puck comes in. And another shot by the Flyers from the high slot, but Binsky gloves it down easily, and we're going to get another whistle. Face-off again controlled by the Flyers. Buzik can't find it. Now Lemmerbrock with it. She can't clear the zone. Near side board work here by both teams. Finally Crick with it. Crick up to Taylor. Taylor right-hand side. She's got to get on her bus here. Taylor cross ice. She was looking for Rumpke, who was flashing into the zone. Kept in nicely by Hayden. Hayden up to Rumpke. Oh, that was in. I'm going to call that an offside, but I think maybe it went out of play. Yeah, bad call by the referees there. They missed that one. Folk and Rumpke both offsides there. Another whistle. This game's never going to end. There's too many whistles. Somebody take the whistles away from the referees. Let them play. I really hate the no delayed offside rule. It just kills the game. Rumpke now in on the forecheck. Which is good work along the board. She'll get the puck, fires it in, looking for Loftus in the center, but takes a deflection. We'll get another whistle. Loftus ties her man up in the circle, but the Flyers come away with it. That puck goes cross ice. Davies will give chase. Davies assessing the situation. Davies lobs it out. It's gloved down. Flyers control. Flyers now behind the net. Hayden is there with Davies. Flyers can't do anything with it, and Hayden now with it. Hayden down the right-hand side. Hayden gets throttled against the boards in front of the referee. No call, and that is disgusting. And now back the other way. Big blocker save, pad save. Folk can't get that as that was wrapped around hard. No icing, though. Is a lot of snow on this ice at the moment. Now Buzik. Buzik on the backhand. She can't clear it. Folk will have to go in and pressure. Now the Flyers out of the point. That puck has gone in. Oh, and a big save, and Binsky didn't see it, just reacted to it. Now out to Folk. Rumpke way too far ahead, and we're going to get an icing call as Rumpke did not size that one up, and Folk can't chase it down. 9:40 left in the second. Flyers with a little bit of pressure here. Game getting a little chippy. Face off to the right of Binsky. Flyers try to come away with it here. Miller gets it. Miller down the right-hand side. Miller chips it out looking for Talibi into the zone. Nicely weighted pass. No icing. Kept in by Travers. Oh, it's not kept in by Travers, and now Buzik's going to have to be the only one back. Buzik has to race to it near side as the Flyers look to pressure. Buzik up to Day. Now Talibi with it. Talibi can't find anybody, and she dumps it into open ice. Miller and Day were there, but couldn't find it. Miller now on the right-hand side. She's pressed off the puck. Talibi and Miller with it at the half boards. Day is going to squeak away with the puck in the high slot. Day to Miller. Miller shoots. Oh! She's trying to go high glove and just couldn't bring it up, and the goalie equal to the task. Miller with a great shot there. 8:50 left in the third period. 2-1 Jackets. Still that power play goal by Addie Taylor. The difference in this one. The Jackets looking to put more on the board here. Day loses that draw to the Flyers. The Flyers look to break out with speed. Hayden and Davies back. Good poke check there by Hayden. Talibi with it. Talibi to Day. Day now, center ice. Miller's there on the drop. Day with it. Day fires. That puck is blocked aside. Day collects her own rebound. She'll go behind the net. She'll leave it for Miller. Miller goes in, and she's tied up by her man. And now the Flyers look to break out. This puck is going to go the length of the ice, and it's not going to be icing because the ice is not slippery anymore. Miller now just going to backhand it into the zone and go for the change. Smart play by her with 8:05 left in the third. Picked off by Lemmerbrock. She read that like an open book. Looking for Taylor out front, but Blocked by the Flyers. And now Davies with it. Davies, tenacity out front looking for Taylor. Now the Flyers back the other way, right-hand side. Jackets have 3 in defense. That's going to be an offside call. Good poke check by Travers at the blue line. 7:38 left in the third. 2-1 Jackets. Crick wins the face-off. Back to Travers. Travers to Buzik. Buzik now up looking for Crick, but blocked by the Flyers. Lemmerbrock takes her player hard into the board. She'll come away with the puck. Taylor in the center. Lemmerbrock down the right. Lemmerbrock fires. Goes off a shin pad, and now the Flyers are going to come away with it. Flyers can break. Good work by Taylor to break that up. Buzik now only as far as another Flyer, and here come the Flyers into the zone. Left-hand side Flyers, 7:12 left in the period. Broken up by Buzik on the back check. Sorry, that was Crick on the back check out front. And now Crick has to go in, and that puck is all over the place. And the Flyers are first to it as they cycle in around the net. Out front, good work by Lemmerbrock to get her stick in the way. Now a little bit of a calamity here. As Travers is going to go. She dumped a Flyer, and the goalie comes out. Extra attacker on. And the Flyers score. Even strength, 6:41. On a delayed penalty. And now the Flyers draw level as Rumpke and Folk come out with Loftus. And Travers was probably going to get an interference call, but the Flyers on the tip in to Binsky's stick side, and it sneaks in near post. And now the Flyers look to come back the other way, and the Jackets, who are up by 1 and holding on, now find themselves level. There's Rumpke with the puck. She shovels it out on her backhand, only as far as Hayden. Hayden now to Rumpke on her backhand. She can't control that. It goes off the heel of her stick. She'll pressure it into the near side half boards. Rumpke now battling. Puck out to Davies. She kicks it aside off of her skate. Does it again, but the Flyers come away with it. 6 minutes left in the period, and the Flyers now shot in on Binsky. She'll cover it up for the whistle. Good game here between the Flyers and the Jackets. Day with it back to Davies. Davies to Miller. It goes off of Day and cycled back in by Flyers. That puck's too hard for Miller to handle. It goes out of the zone. They didn't call it, and that was an offside call, and the referee waves it. Davies now in down below. And I'm not quite sure why Binsky isn't just jumping all over that, but she's letting her defense sort it out. As Davies now behind the net, the end boards with Day and 2 Flyers, and the Flyers come away with it. Looking to go out front here, but good work by Day. Talibi can't clear the zone. Goes off of... Now we got a 2-on-1 here. And Talibi put it behind Miller, and so Miller had to put the brakes on and couldn't grab it. And the 2-on-1 was there, but just couldn't get it. Binsky will cover that up. She'll get the whistle. 4:56 left in the third, and the odd man rush was there. That puck was just behind Miller, and it broke up that play. Oh, the Rumpke grandparents are watching. The Clarks. So thanks for watching. Hopefully it's warmer where you're at, and I'm not quite sure what... Oh, Binsky's getting a equipment fix. Coach has got her good to go. She'll come back in. Shots are even at 28. Score's even at 2-2. Face off to the right of Binsky. 23. Takes the face off for the Jackets. Lemmerbrock is tripped up. Here come the Flyers the other way. 3-on-2. Poke check nice by Travers. Binsky will glove that down as Crick was back checking. Now Davies and Hayden come on. Again, Taylor, Crick, and Lemmerbrock with 4:40 left in the period. Face-off controlled by the Jackets. Davies blows a tire. Crick's in there to provide some support. Now Lemmerbrock is jamming at it at the half boards. The Flyers again come away with it. Cross-ice pass to the far side corner. The Flyers looking to generate some offense here. Wrapped around, and now Davies. Davies collects the puck for the Jackets. Hayden up to Taylor. Taylor to Lemmerbrock. And now Crick with the puck. What are we going to get here? Wow, so she has the puck. And how do you interfere somebody when you have the puck? That's terrible. So the referee makes a mysterious call here. Lemmerbrock had the puck. She was stick checked. She hits the player, and she gets called for interference. So not quite sure how that happened. But the Jackets now, that minor penalty assessed to Lemmerbrock, are back on the PK. Here comes Davies with it down the right-hand side. Davies now is being hooked all over the place, and I'm not going to get a call on that, apparently. Davies now holds up, looking for somebody. Crick with it down the right-hand side now. Caroline Crick on her backhand. She's just going to give chase behind the net on the forecheck. Good work by Caroline. Under a minute now left in the man advantage for the Flyers. Davies collect that puck. Up to Taylor. Taylor just has a poke checked off her stick but out of the zone and dumped right back in by Philly. Hayden with it. Hayden finds Crick. Crick does not clear the zone. Hayden can't get it, and the Flyers look to create some offense. That puck goes up and over the net by about 30 feet. Flyers out front now with 23 left. Cross-ice pass. The Flyers now with no luck as Crick gets it. Taylor on the left-hand side. Crick goes down the right-hand side, top of the circle. Crick fires it, takes a deflection, goes wide. 9 seconds left in the power play. Lemmerbrock will come out. 4 left. Somebody needs to go to the puck, and finally Taylor realizes there's no penalty. Jackets kill it off. Taylor tripped up, no call. Crick can't get it. Now Travers with it. Travers, cross-ice pass, telegraphed. And now the Flyers come back the other way. Flyers with it. And now Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock looking for Taylor. 2:07 left in the period. Taylor left-hand side. Taylor's pressured by 2. Lemmerbrock comes in to help. And now Travers with it. Travers on the backhand. That'll be dumped in by the Flyers. Minute 50 left in the period. Minute 50 left in the game. 2-2 your score. Buzik now. Folk can't control it. An outlet pass by Travers, and we're going to get an offside here. Oh, the Crick grandparents from Milwaukee. Hello, thanks for tuning in. Caroline's played well. Loftus and Rumpke, along with Folk, Travers, and Buzik out there, controlled now by the Flyers. Now Travers is going to have to race back. She's outpaced to that puck. but she comes away with it in the corner. Cross ice pass looking for Rumpke. Rumpke now on the right-hand side. Folk waiting. Rumpke now across the blue line. Rumpke fires. Glove to side. 1:15 left in the period. Jackets now trying to create some pressure in the offensive zone. Travers goes in, but she's sidestepped, and good work by Loftus to get back. Rumpke now on the right-hand side. Rumpke tries the toe drag, but it gets caught up in the snow and isn't able to execute. Under a minute to go. Davies doing a good job of taking her opponent into the boards. 45 left in the game. Rumpke with it. It's got Folk on the left. Out to Folk. Folk with it. Rumpke goes in. Folk now mishits that pass, and out comes. Oh, now we got a 2-on-1. Flyers with 30 seconds left. Binsky. Oh, that puck goes just wide. And now Loftus with it. Loftus to Folk. Folk will get it. Nobody's there. Folk just needs to control this puck. She does into the zone. 15 left. This puck is going to go the length of the ice. We're going to get an icing. 10.4 left in the period. Jackets with an offensive zone face-off. This is it. This will be the last 10 seconds of the game. And if it goes, if we remain tied, we'll go to a shootout. And that's the way that this is likely going to end, as Miller is tied up in the corner. That puck will squirt out. 2 seconds left out of the zone. Buzzer goes. The end of regulation, it's the Jackets 2 and the Flyers 2. Flyers with an even strength goal at the 6:41 mark leveled things up here, and now we're going to do should be doing a shootout, best of 3. Should be a shootout. Yeah, the last time we played them was a shootout loss, 3-2. That was in Connecticut on September 3rd. So that was the Labor Day tournament. So we'll see who the Jackets put out there for the shootout. Binsky will stay in net for the Jackets off to the left. First up is going to be Avery Lemmerbrock. Lemmerbrock on her forehand. Best of 3. Lemmerbrock now. Fires. Oh, and just wide. Blocker save. So Lemmerbrock's a no-go. Good work by Avery, but Binsky now faced her first shot. High and wide. Next up for the Jackets will be Addie Taylor. Nothing cute, Addie. Just put it in the net. Nothing cute, Addie. Just put it in the net. Taylor now. Slow and methodical. Blocker to side. Taylor can't convert. Next up, the Flyers. Binsky comes out to cut down the angle. Binsky is just deked hard. She bit early. And now Reagan Davies for the Jackets has to score, or the Jackets will fall again to the Little Flyers. Reagan Davies with speed. Davies now. Goal! Davies! No mistake. But Binsky with it all to do. Binsky's got to make the save. Well, this is their third shot. Flyers now in. Oh, and it goes off the post on the backhand. She had Binsky beaten, and Binsky needs to thank the post there. And now Jenna Day up for the Jackets, and now it's sudden death. All right, Jenna Day now for Columbus. Really like to get a shootout win here. Day can't convert. And now Binsky with it all to do. Again, saved by the crossbar that last time. And here come the Flyers with speed. Binsky to cut off the angle. Big save by Molly Binsky. Shuts the door. Loftus now going to come out. Loftus with speed. Pat save. Unlucky for Cindy Lou. Now Binsky with the Jackets in goal. Big save. Nothing in it between round 5. Morin needs to step. Need to go. You. Caroline Crick now. Need to go. Crick with it. Big pad save. Turned aside. Round 6 now. Flyers out. It's a sudden death. Binsky either has to save it or it has to be missed. Binsky again out to cut off the angle. Straight down the middle. Goal. Flyers win. Jackets fall again. 2-3. Shutout loss. We back at it at 3:05 against the Junior Flyers. Jackets had this one in the bag. Give up a late goal in the third off a delayed penalty. And then lose in the 6th round of the shootout. And that's exactly how they lost in Connecticut, 3-2 in a shootout, and it finishes that way here in Pittsburgh. So good effort by the girls. We'll be back after it again at 3:05 against the Junior Flyers. Hope you'll join us. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon, and we will see you at 3:05.